Hi guys, this is Alex, and welcome back to Kerbal. So, in between the episodes, I got a nice little encounter with Dres set up for us. And the first step is going to be going over to this node over here. I actually had to time accelerate a bit, which is why we are now quite far away from the, oh wait. Yeah. We're now quite far away from our little shuttle. Alright. We need to quick save and turn this thing that still doesn't have much turning capabilities. And we need to wait, that wasn't good. Let's reload that. I forgot I need to wait until like 2 minutes out before I start the burn. I don't want to wait until we get right up next to it. Yeah, a little bit more like there. All right. And kind of like that. All right, good. Yeah, as usual, it sucks fuel from there, but that's okay. You can always just transfer fuel back. Alright. And it looks like this is going to take quite a while. How lovely. How very lovely. This is definitely going to take a few orbits. Fortunately, we've got time because the burn to get out to Dres is actually not until way over here. So, we should be good. Alright. So yeah, I'm just gonna do... Sorry, it's a bit late, I'm a bit tired. Oh. I'm just gonna do, I guess, a bunch of orbits while I attempt to increase my orbits. This is probably going to take a fair amount of burns. That's okay. That's okay. We'll deal with it. So I'm going to cut this part out, and I will be back momentarily once I have gotten an orbit that is escaping Kerbal. So I will be right back. Alright, I'm back, and we've got a nice little intercept set up for Dres. So let's just speed up a bit. The next node is going to be in 41 days. Right over here. And I think that's going to be where we adjust. Yeah. We're going to adjust our orbital inclination a bit. So that we're nice and close to Dres's orbit. All right. And we're oh wait, wrong thing. There we go. Okay. Gonna want to hold position on that. How long is this gonna take? Let's wait until we're like 10 minutes out. Okay. Yeah, okay, so it's gonna be about a 12-minute burn. Alright. Started at 6 minutes out. Let's see, I don't think there's really much more we can do in terms of, well, I guess we can get like 0.5 science. Let's see. I'm not sure who we're gonna send to down in the lander. We got a 2-person lander this time. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I guess I shouldn't worry too much about all the science, like how much we get from this, because we kind of used up all the science we can use. Can't really. At this point, we're just collecting it. Like, we don't have anything left to unlock. We're done. We're done with science. Now we're just doing science for the sake of doing science, which is a good thing. Science for the sake of science. I like that. Anyway. This is gonna be a long burn, so well, this one and the next one are all going to be long burns. So I think I'll just cut to when I'm done with the next one. Well, I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of interesting to look at this, look at the solar system from like this plane. Because like when you look at it from up top, it's like, oh, it's just a bunch of stuff going around on one plane. But no, when you look at it like this, they're all at like different... They're all on like different planes. It's cool. I don't know. I like space. I like spacey things. I like to wrap my mind around a lot of this stuff. Good God, I hope we have enough fuel for this. We had better have enough fuel for this. Anyway, I think I'll just cut to when I'm done with this burn, so I'll be back momentarily. This is becoming kind of repetitive. But we have a mission, and that mission is to land on all the things, and that includes Dres. So, I'll be back in just a moment. All right. There we go, good enough. Alright. And yes, I did delete my maneuver node because things have changed a little bit. Subtle changes. Very, very subtle changes. Because I can't do everything exactly as the game plans it out for me. Because the maneuver nodes all assume that, like, all of the delta V required for the maneuver is going to happen at that exact point, and that doesn't happen. Because it happens over time. It takes time for you to complete the burn. You can't just do it all instantaneously. Alright. Very good, very good. Let's get over to this next node. And this one's also saying it's going to be a 12-minute burn. How lovely. Oh, fuck. Alright, start it up. Start it up. Okay. We're probably gonna be down to only this last tank of fuel once we get up there. That's not looking good for us. I'm thinking I need to rethink the design of this thing. I don't know. I'll do some calculations. Well, yeah. The next mission is going to be to Moho. I don't know. I'll run some calculations to see what we can do. I might end up adding, like... I guess what I could do for, like, the next lander is have an extra tank attached to the end here, and when it runs out, we can just jettison that. So that way we could add a little bit extra fuel to the mission if we need it. I guess I probably should have run the calculations for this before doing this. I was just winging this. I was thinking, oh yeah, we'll have enough fuel for this, but now I'm looking at this, I'm not too sure we do. I guess I really should try. I guess I really should actually run some calculations before doing these missions. I need like a spreadsheet for this. I seriously need like I need to set up a spreadsheet that I can just like punch some numbers into. And like boom, it just outputs it because what I've been using is I've been using a graphing calculator to figure all this out, and it works really well. But like having to manually input the data, and then it's like, oh, you change one little thing, and it completely throws everything off. You know, you have to completely redo all the calculations, like from scratch. Like it's a lot of stuff to redo. And it takes a fair amount of time. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll actually run some calculations after I'm finished with this burn. Yeah, this burn's going to take a while. So I think I'm going to cut this part out too. Like I said, maybe I'll think about making a spreadsheet that I can use. It wouldn't even be a very complicated spreadsheet. The equations are actually pretty simple. They're not like hugely complicated. It's just tedious to have to do them again and again and again. Anyway, I'm going to cut this part out as well. Cutting a lot of stuff out in this episode. But yes, I'm going to cut this part out, and I will be back as soon as I am done with this burn. So, give me just a moment. Alright, we should be approaching our intercept soon. Actually got a little bit more fuel than I was expecting, so that's good. A little bit more. But I'm still kind of worried about what that will look like once we get up there and get in orbit. All right. Careful. 3, okay. We want to get nice and close to it. Oh. That wasn't what we wanted at all. That's a bit interesting. Okay. Well, you know, normally when you're adjusting your orbit very subtly, normally it would gradually approach the thing that you were encountering before it just decides that you're going to hit it. You know, normally it doesn't just sort of jump back and forth between a distance of 17,000 kilometers and impacting it. But I will take its word for it. I will take its word for it. And I'm also going to assume that this is about as close as this is probably a good idea. Maybe. I don't know. Because if we actually are on a course to impact it, that means that once we get into orbit, we're going to have to adjust ourselves, which I guess we'd have to do eventually. It might actually be easier than landing ourselves in a very high orbit, because I think a closer orbit makes it a lot easier. Yeah, I think I learned that with Jool. A closer orbit makes it a lot easier to get a closer encounter, I should say. Makes it a lot... Oh, I cannot talk right now. It's very late. I'm very tired. Oh boy. But a closer encounter apparently makes it easier to get a stable orbit. Because you're closer to it, and its gravity has a greater effect on you, yada yada yada, that sort of stuff. Alright, this is going to take a few minutes. Alright. I think I'll just cut to when I'm there, so I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, I don't know what's with this thing. It goes back and forth between saying that I'm going to hit it and... Or maybe it just doesn't have enough space to display my periapsis. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on with it at this point. It's acting very strange. Yeah, 17 million meters. All right. Whatever, game. I'm not sure what its problem is. It's been trying to pull this shit on me for ages. Yep. Oh, we're passing under it, I think. Oh, I can't see it. Oh, well, whatever. Let's wait till we get our periapsis. There we go. Alright, let's slow down. What's it gonna take? A lot. It is going to take a lot. Oops. Okay. Yeah, something like that. Oh boy. Okay, well it does look like we're passing under it. We're not like on this. We're not on the same plane as its orbit, basically. So we kind of came just about as close as we were gonna come. Like, there's not too much more that we could have done. Well, we could have adjusted our orbit for one, but that would have been fairly difficult from where we were. So yeah, Dres is right there, that tiny little dot. Tiny little insignificant dot. I think that's it. I can't tell. It's too tiny. Too tiny for me to tell. Okay. Yeah, basically Dres is an asteroid. It's a big asteroid. I think it's actually classified as a dwarf planet. I think. I don't know. I never really cared much for those classifications. They always seemed kind of pointless to me. I mean, it's just like ranking things in terms of size and properties. What's more interesting to me are the actual size and properties of the object, not what rank it happens to fall into. Which is... Ow. I bit my lip. Which is why I like Jool. Because Jool has like 5 moons. 5 moons that you can explore. All in one tiny little space. So I thought the Jool mission was pretty cool. I liked doing that. So I feel like Dres is a little bit of a step down, unfortunately. But we have to do it. We have to do it because I said I was going to land on all the things, and I will land on all the things. Well, not Jool, because that would be a suicide mission. But yes, after this, we have to go to... I say Moho. Moho would be probably easier than Elu. Elu's pretty far away. But we also have to plan a mission to Tylo. And I don't know what I'm going to do for that. That's going to be complicated. I'll have to really break out some math for that. Because that's gonna require a lander that I don't even know what it would need. I'm gonna have to figure out the thrust to weight ratio. I'm gonna have to figure out the delta V of it. It might have multiple stages. It's gonna be one hell of a lander. And not to mention lathe, but fortunately, whatever we send to lathe, we don't have to worry so much about landing it. We can just attach parachutes to it. May even put wings on it and see if we can glide it down. Might be an interesting idea. Well, I don't know, because it's going to need a lot of fuel. And then again, I wonder how similar lathe is to Kerbal. I mean, if we could make something that could reach orbit from Kerbal, something like a space plane, kind of, that could reach orbit from Kerbal, then we should be able to do something like that for lathe. Because the problem with lathe is that it's got a lot of oceans, which means it's very difficult to touch down in just the right spot. But if we had like a space plane kind of thing, then we could sort of guide it down and find a good landing spot. Whereas with the landers that I've used so far, we would pretty much just have to send it down, and wherever it hits, it hits. So it'd be pretty hard to hit land with that, at least on Lathe. Lathe has pretty big oceans. So that's definitely something that we'll have to consider. But yeah, I might do some testing to see if I can get something, because the idea of a space plane is pretty cool. I cannot for the life of me get those space shuttle parts to fly well, though. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll do some testing with that. Anyway, this burn is going to take a while as well, so I'm gonna cut to when we have that finished. So I will be right back. Alright, shouldn't take too much more to get this orbit stabilized. Not too comfortable about the fuel levels, though. But we'll see. We will see. Now I'll run some calculations between the episodes to make sure we have enough to get back. I think we probably do. Actually, yeah, we probably have enough fuel to get back. Assuming that we... well, we'll have some fuel even after we send this lander down. We should be good. I'll make sure, though. I will make sure. Alright, let's get this orbit stabilized. I think I've got about enough time recorded for this episode. And let's do a little bit of science before we finish up. Alright. Okay, first off, we have some data to collect. A little bit of data. Not too much. We'll collect this. And... oh, that module's full. Tangy and windy. Well, we'll send windy over here. Alright. Let's clean the experiments. And let's see what else we could do. Sensor sweeps the surface and finds the average gravitational pull to be quite low for a planet. I believe it's considered a dwarf planet, so that would make sense. I believe. Not entirely sure. Let's do a crew report. Surface has a patchwork of white and brown areas with a few craters. Okay. Observe materials bay. High radiation environment. Alright. And mystery goo. Goo feels right at home. It always does. Let's see. View that data. Let's transmit that. Clean the experiments once more. Alright, let's serve the mystery goo. Materials bay. Alright. And we'll have someone else go on EVA and do an EVA report. Keep that data, take that data. Collect more data. Alright. And store the experiments and board. Alright. And clean the experiments. Okay. Alright. I think that's about everything for now. Don't have much else we can do. Okay. So, I will run some calculations. I think we should be good on the fuel levels. Yeah, probably. But I'll take a look at it. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to end this episode here. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and until next time.